Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Gypsy Poet Radio here on blogtalkradio.com/GypsyPoet. I am the Gypsy Poet, and oh, wow, I have got my wing gal, the relentless, the magical, the crazy and wacky girl, George. Yes, people, say it with me. Girl, George. Say it again. Girl, George. She rocks, she rolls, she resonates. Wow. And this afternoon we got the most humorous person I've ever come across, and he is so funny. You have got to catch his YouTube video, Halloween in America. It is absolutely funny. It is the one, the only, relentless Fish Karma. Is everybody with me?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, I'm here
Fish,
as well.
what are you doing? How are you doing,
well,
Fish?
I'm shaken by that horrible British woman's countdown, 3 minutes till showtime. So I'm really quite rattled by that whole thing. 2 minutes till showtime. So I'm just trying to gather myself.
Well, I know you from Al's Bar back in, what was it, 1985? Was that when you played there, 1985? And you used to play at Al's Bar all the time at No Talent Night, and you'd bang your head on the floor, and you'd scream and turn blue and red and all kinds of colors, and do things like swap meet women, and God is a groovy guy, a hot get down.
Well,
do you still do those songs?
Well, first of all, I'm so old now that I turn red and blue without having to bang my head on the stage, so I saved that whole step, which is good for my neck. And, no, I haven't done any of those songs in 20, 30 years, probably since I left.
I love those songs. You should put them up on the web, being you don't care about anymore. We still do.
No, they're available on iTunes and various other things. But, no, I've written about, 400 new songs since those days. I haven't played those in quite a while.
Well, you moved up to Arizona, so we haven't seen you in a while.
Well, here's what happened. I'll tell you what happened. One night I was playing with my band, and some old-timers shouted out for Swap Meet Women. So I said, oh, what the hell? Okay, just one more time. Last time I'm doing the song, and so we did the song. At the very end of the song, this really angry, muscular, heavily tattooed woman was glaring at me. She said, "You write that about me?" So I said, no, what? So, again, that's another reason not to play. I don't want to get beaten up.
So did she kick your ass?
No, but the threat was incipient. Let's put it that way. Although, when I tried to break it down logically, how could I have written a song about her at that moment while standing on stage? It's just logically insupportable. But
you used to eat Okie dogs. Didn't you live solely on Okie dogs at one time?
Okie dogs and King Cobra malt liquor was my pretty much what I lived on when I lived in L.A. because it's a diet I highly recommend to anybody who doesn't really care about living to reach age 50 or something. But yeah, it was what I could afford at the time.
You were friends with Mojo Nixon, weren't you? Did you record with him? Or?
Yeah, he produced two of the CDs I put out in the 90s, I think.
And then he came out with Elvis is Everywhere, which sounds a lot like God is Everywhere, but that's okay.
Yeah, I happened to notice that, but of course, he did it smart. He did it the way that would make people happy rather than make people angry and offended. So he chose that route.
Yeah, you offend like about half, and the other ones worship you.
Oh. Well, I didn't say it, but I'm glad somebody else may have noticed there were some, perhaps, similarities, let's say.
Oh, I noticed it right off. First time I heard it.
I bear him no ill will.
Well, I put "Die Like a Dog" in one of my songs, but that's explaining you. At the end of that Al's Bar song, I say S.A. Bobo, the open-ended it, Tipper Die over the bar, Stacy smoking shit, Pop Defect blasting the L.A. fog, and Fish Karma screaming, die like a dog.
Oh.
They love it.
How did you attain the name Fish Karma, if you don't mind me asking?
I wish there was an exciting story. It was, I don't know, it happened in a laundromat at one time, and I was just trying to think of a name to go. I was performing, actually, I think, stand-up comedy that night. And I just thought my pedestrian real name, I needed something with a little more pizzazz. I just intended to use it for that night, but it just stuck. So and of course, it's useful too to separate my identities from my various places of employment. I wouldn't necessarily want the two worlds to coincide.
Oh well, yeah, I know the feeling. Yes, I know where you're going with that because that hits close to home with me too. So you have a PhD. May I ask what is it in? Well,
that's not actually true. I was going for a PhD, but I never quite finished it. It was in teaching and teacher education. Specifically in terms of how art foments learning.
Oh yes, maybe you're definitely hitting home with me because I'm a teacher myself. So that is
I was a teacher for 11 years.
That's awesome.
Did you quit?
I found a different employment. I'm no longer a teacher, but I taught second and third graders for many years. That was a blast.
Oh my goodness. I bet they liked you.
Well, the thing about second and third graders is, as you know, George, I only know 8 chords, but to them I was Jimi Hendrix. So you can really impress.
Well, to us you were Jimi Hendrix too at Al's Bar. You know that. You know, there's people that worship the ground you walked on.
Well, I don't know about that, but I'm just saying that.
Amazing. For fact, of all the acts I've ever seen in my life, which are millions, you are the most amazing act I have ever seen. So there.
Well, thank you. That's awfully nice. Fortunately, these days I work with a group of 4 other actual real musicians, and they're very good. So it's a pleasure to play with a really loud rock band.
I always thought you were better by yourself than with music, because the music kind of got in the way of what you were doing.
Yeah.
I have seen comparisons of sorts, and my little research that I did of you, of George Carlin and Neil Young. You might explain those a little bit?
No.
Well, I in the songs I try to write social or political satire without being heavy-handed or pedantic or didactic. So I try to find something humorous in the horrible, because there's nothing worse than being lectured to. It's quite tedious. And so I don't. In terms of, I've got a terrible singing voice, as many people have pointed out to me for years. And again, the benefit of working with little kids is they don't notice that. So I can be Pavarotti to them when I'm singing. Right. But it's just basically a tool to get the lyrics across. I'm not worried too much about it.
Frere, you're way over the line. You're way over the line.
Yes, and I have to say that
Jesus.
I was going to say when I saw and heard the song Halloween in America, that is Exhibit A right there, because it's really what I liked about it is that there was this the satire of basic and more general terms of America's materialism, and when I heard it and when I saw how well it was put together, I was like, yeah, this guy knows what he's talking about. It is very, very funny. It is very funny, and inside the funny, there's a truth to it, and you packaged it very, very well, and I just have to commend you for that. So, yes, absolutely. Those listening, check that song out. It is really good, and it is very, very funny. A very substantial piece of work. I really think so.
We put up a more recent video called American that's on YouTube now, and that's from the last record I did for Alternative Tentacles called Lethal Fairy Tales. And That came out on my birthday last year, and we're working on some new stuff right now. But the fun thing, basically what you said, George. The fun thing for me, I know the lyrics were important, but it got tiresome after a while just to be up there with my 3 or 4 chords and all the songs sounding the same. So finding like-minded musicians were able to translate these things and make it more of a musical presentation makes it at least more fun for me. And where I'm from, I was born in Michigan, but I moved to Arizona when I was 7 or 8, I think, and I've moved away from here and come back about 8 or 9 times. So,
what do your parents do?
What do they do?
Watch
TV, I guess. I don't know.
Do they work? I mean, what kind of work they do?
Oh, my dad was in real estate, and my mom worked for a school in Phoenix.
A school teacher?
No, administration.
Oh. How many kids were there in your family?
Let me think. 2. Me and my brother.
2. Oh, okay. Older or younger?
He's younger.
Oh, okay. So you're the oldest one. Okay.
Yeah.
Just wondering where you came from, sweetheart.
Okay. Now I have a question about my home here in San Antonio, Texas. I actually looked you up, and you were actually featured here, and you had mentioned that that you actually lived here for some time in San Antonio. Yeah,
with my work, it took me there, and I lived there for 4 years. I think from 2003 to 2007. Was that 4? Yeah, that's 4 years. And I was I guess I'm a wimp. I was nearly eviscerated by the humidity, and I know it's not that. I know it's not supposed to be as bad as Houston, as everybody kept telling me, but I much prefer the thermal hell of Tucson to the humid hell of San Antonio.
I know what you mean. I've got a similar issue, but one thing that really keeps me here in this town is you've got to visit this town at night. Oh my goodness, it is so gorgeous, especially when you're looking up from a skyscraper down to the rest of the city. It is a gorgeous scene, let me tell you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like it.
Have you ever seen San Francisco, honey?
Me? Are you talking to me?
No, her.
Have
you ever seen San Francisco? You want to talk about pretty?
I'll go get a sandwich. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Yeah. Oh no, actually, I have not seen San Francisco, and I'm assuming that it is beautiful. And,
You've never seen pictures of it?
Yes, actually, I have seen some photos of it, and I've also
We're pretty
seen
famous
people
for being very scenic.
Yes, it's a scenic place. Actually, there was a lady who posted a beautiful painting of San Francisco from a century ago, and when I just saw that photo, it just absolutely took my breath away. I said, wow, look at the beauty of that painting. I thought to myself, San Fran has got to be a gorgeous town. And
we got water, and we got bridges, and we got hills, and we got trees, and we got hippies.
Oh, I know you got plenty of those. But you have an atmosphere.
Fish, are you still there, or did you go eat something?
I'm right here.
Fish? Oh, okay. I thought you said you were going to get a sandwich.
No. But what I was going to say is,
are you playing around in Arizona or anything?
Yeah, in fact, we played. What day is it? We played Friday night, and then we played yesterday for whatever the 420 thing is for the young folks and their marijuana thing. I don't know what the hell that's all about, but we played at some place for that, and so yeah, we're still playing. Although it's sort of music I play. It's loud, obnoxious rock music. It's not really what's on the upper list of college kids these days. So,
well, maybe in the wrong place. Maybe you should come to San Francisco. They still like it here.
I've thought about moving there many times. Every time I mention that, everybody yells at me, it's too expensive and I can't afford it. I just think they don't want me to move there. Because I say,
no, it is very, very, very expensive because of the .com people moved in here and raised the prices to all hell and back because of all the computer people that are here.
Yeah.
Oh my.
We're paying $1,700 a month rent where we are. Me and my daughter and her husband and kids. But it's a big house up in the hills, so it's, you know, but it's a lot of money.
God.
So what is your next project, and or if you're performing or if you're recording anything?
Well, like I said, we had the record. It came out only as this is something I have to get used to, the digital only release.
Yes.
I know that's, you know, nobody buys CDs anymore, let alone records. So it just it's strange. It seems to just evaporate into the ether if there's not some sort of physical artifact. But we put out the record last October on Alternative Tentacles, and we just put out a red vinyl single with the song American. And my friend Al Perry covers the same song in a country way on the back. And now I've written about, 6 new songs that we're going to start recording to put out another, I don't know what you call it nowadays, another series of files soon.
Awesome. What do you want to, are you going to tour again on that project?
I don't know. Touring is not really a thing. When everyone has full-time jobs and some people in the band have families, it's just hard to coordinate the ability to do that. I mean, we've done, we've shot out here and there and played in different places. I'd love to play on the West Coast if we could arrange that. It's just seems impossible to arrange the circumstances. And
I understand.
And honestly, I don't have the contact information is difficult. I did play. I did go up and down. Last time I toured, I guess, a long time ago. With me and Mojo, we went up and down the West Coast, and I know we stopped in San Francisco and Santa Clara and various other places. So probably not. I mean,
what's Mojo doing now? Is he still playing?
No, I think mostly he's doing his Sirius radio show. I'm not really in contact with him anymore, but he's got, I think, a couple Sirius radio shows, and he every once in a while he'll come out and he'll do something in Austin every once in a while.
Awesome.
Well, everything's on the web now. I mean, you don't have to tour anymore because everybody's on the web. You just put your music there and put your videos there and play around with it there, so you don't have to travel 50 million miles.
Yeah. Although,
I kind of like it. It gave me a place to put all my video clips and all my pictures and stuff that I've been hauling around for years, because I had a TV show for 5 years, so I got all this video, Blue Chair, and all these people that I wish I had some of you. There was some at Mary's Wake, of all things, but somebody upscotched with the video, so I don't have the video of that.
Oh.
I wish I did. Do you have any video of you?
Yeah, there's been a lot of, we did a couple with the Tucson Fringe Festival. We performed what we called rock operas. Basically, I took these songs off the last 2 records and I wrote a narrative around them, and so we had a story to interweave all the songs. So both of those are recorded. I haven't uploaded those yet, but
you got to put it up on YouTube, and you can make money off it because you can make it where they put a commercial across the bottom, and then you get paid for it every time it clicks on it. So you can actually make money off of putting it up on YouTube, rather than try to sell a record which nobody buys anymore.
Yeah.
And let's see.
I
What else
wish you would put up Swap Meet Women. I guess it is kind of macho, kind of. I guess a lot of females would get pissed off about that. But just like Kiki Freeman has that one, get your biscuits in the oven, your buns in the bed. He keeps trying to hide it, but people keep putting it back up. And then
George, surely there must be some songs in your oeuvre that you are tired of, right?
Nope.
Oh,
Johnny got herpes, and you make me feel like
everyone
a
is a cherished.
And All of those. Okay. Well, I don't do them anymore because I can't play guitar no more. I'm like 68 years old now, and my hands don't work anymore. I can't play guitar. So what I do is I write a new song every week for the last year and a half. I write the lyrics, and then I go to this open mic, and Paul Pott, the guy that runs it, he backs me up, and he plays that Al's Bar song that I wrote, which is E, A, and B sevenths, and every musician in the place, about 15 or 20 of them, get up there and play, or they sing back up, and I read the lyrics that I wrote in my sleep the night before. Or sometimes I write right before I go up there. But usually it's like the night before. I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I'll write down whatever happened that week, that's what comes out. And so then I'll go up there and try to read it, and it's really dark in there. And I can't see without glasses. I never wear glasses. So I try to sing it, and it comes out really good. And the people sing it back up. They make up the chorus in the background. So it's pretty ad-lib every week. So that keeps it from getting boring. So that's what I do.
Oh, that sounds nice.
But we never record or anything. We just do it live, and the next week it's something else, and whoever's there is who's up there. And so it's fun. It keeps it from getting boring. Because if I do the same song every time, because Paul only knows about 3 of my songs. Yeah. And so if I just do the same ones every time, I'd have to shoot myself in the head, So this is how I made it where he doesn't have to learn anything new because he won't, and I'll just write.
Inadvertently, you've demonstrated my point. See how I lured you into a logical trap there? Then I sprung the trap on you. Ergo, that's why I don't do that.
I love those songs. I remember those songs.
That's why I don't do the stuff that I wrote in 1981. It's just it's time to move on.
Well, I haven't seen you in 30 years, so that's what I remember. Just like people that find me, they still want to see, you make me feel like a whore, but I've got videos of them up there. If they want to see them, I've got them. Because I recorded the music of them with Billy Katz, my old guitar player, your friend.
I know Billy.
And I had the music of him, and I put pictures to them, just pictures, and put that. And so they're up there. They're all up on YouTube. All the ones that their favorites. Perverts everywhere, and beat me, kick me, tell me you love me, and you make me feel like a whore. That was their favorite one. And Johnny Got Herpes was their very favorite one.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
What I want to know is, what do you want to? What exactly do you want to see you do with your next project? Do you really want to, go with it all the way, kind of thing?
What do you mean by? I'm sorry. What?
Okay. Well, first of all, one of the things I ask my guests, especially if they're in music, is I want to hear about their musical endeavors and what their projects are. And it's like you've been talking about this particular project and I want to see. What I want to ask is. It's like, are you on the verge of wanting to really do something with it, like take it all the way out there to to people, so to speak?
I don't even know if that's possible in terms of doing anything. Basically, the satisfaction comes from the music itself. It's in terms of any sort of glory or anything. Absolutely not. No, there's no. But
I'm not talking. No. When I'm not. Excuse me. I think I need to reword it. I'm not talking about glory. What I'm talking about is like putting it on an album and letting it fly, so to speak. Putting it on an album.
He does it all the time. He does it all the time. Yeah. I mean, these people are working musicians that this is their life. This is what they do. This is all they know. This is what they live for. They don't know anything else. They'll be doing this when they're 100 years old if they're still alive.
Yeah. I mean, I always hope that everything I do is heard. I mean, it's all available on iTunes and Spotify and everything else and all the other platforms.
That's good. That's what I want to know. This is what I'm aiming for right here. You just answered my question. It's like, okay, so you just now it's that it's available on iTunes and Spotify and Pandora probably and all sorts of other places. It's like I want to see this right here, that it's available to people for people to listen to it and get it out there, because I just wanted to reach out to the universe is what my point is. Yeah, because that's why usually when I ask that question, I usually leave it open-ended so that way you'd be free to answer it however you choose. And it's like, okay, so I think I better elaborate a little bit more. I want to see your work because I think you're brilliant. You're funny. And yes, I mean that. I spent quite a bit of hours actually doing a little bit of research and watching and listening to some of your material, and I'm thinking, wow, this guy is funny. It's like, let me put it to you this way. I mean, if I can find another comparison, I'm probably going to get slammed on the head for this, is Weird Al Yankovic, and he's
nothing like Weird Al Yankovic. He takes a song and he changes that song.
Right. Yeah.
Fish Karma creates a whole new animal. Each song is a whole new thing, and it's totally him. Yankovic takes a song and rewrites it. It's a whole different thing. Yeah. Don't even compare those two together. That's an insult.
I wasn't.
Oh no. The most effective platform I found recently was when we did, as I mentioned earlier, we did 4 theatrical performances. We 4 last year and 4 the year before. Now, like I said, we took whatever the newest record was, and I wrote a narrative around it. But we projected the lyrics on screen, and rather than them being drowned out, because I tend to write way too many words for each song. But rather than have the words drowned out, they were up there, and that really did help, and especially performing in a theatrical setting. Was very good, and at first I was quite nervous because I remember on the Sunday matinee show I looked out and it was mostly much older people than are accustomed to, and I was because we have 2 guitars, a bass, and drums, and some songs that might be construed as offensive, but they were like the best audience I've played for in years, and so I really did enjoy that aspect, and I would like to do more of that, actually. I mean, I've been thinking about going
rock
to...
opera, I think, is a good direction for you. It's a good direction, yes.
Thinking of applying to different fringe festivals and maybe bringing a stripped-down version, maybe just 1 or 2 musicians, and performing it like that. So that's something I'm interested in pursuing.
Gotcha.
We got 2 minutes left. Do you have anything to plug?
Well, like I said, Lethal Fairy Tales came out last October, and I'm quite happy with that. On Alternative Tentacles, it's available on their site, and it's also available on iTunes and every place else like that.
I'm looking forward to seeing that because I mean, like I've seen, your work is good. It's funny. It's and most importantly, yes, girl George, I have you in mind when I say this. It is original. That's what I like. I like originality. I like things that make me laugh. I like things that have a truth in it, not just a truth, but the truth in it, and you exemplify that.
Thank you.
Yes, you really do. I mean, I pay attention. I mean, sometimes, if I can't get enough of something, I will sit and watch it over and over, basically. But I really do like this movement that you have going for yourself. You are absolutely original. You've got color. You've got fun. You've got humor. You've got truth. You've got everything all packaged into one. And Fish Karma suits you.
We got 1 minute left, so it was good talking to you, Fish.
Yeah.
And we'll look for you up on YouTube and on Facebook and every other place we can find you.
Yes. Please.
I'll see about uploading those videos I have.
Yes.
Yes,
absolutely.
Please.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is Gypsy Poet Radio. Please check out Fish Karma. The guy is still rocking, and he is original. He's funny, substantial,
32 seconds.
Okay. And this is the Gypsy Poet with Girl George, everybody. Yes, say it with me. Girl George. Signing off saying adio for now.
Everybody's crazy but me. Everybody's nutty as can be. Forming gangs, waging wars, paint the names upon the door. You against me. free to